Now, let's go to step 2. And in step 2, it's the next page here, we'll delve deeper into opportunities beyond the classroom, the school, and the school district. We're going to go beyond all of that. In fact, let's explore adjacencies beyond all educational institutions. So at the center of this adjacencies map are all education adjacencies. All right, so this is like leveling up from where we just were. So a quick question for you. What sectors or roles have you previously overlooked that interest you? It's fair to say, I'm not sure. I'd like to hear more about the EdTech sector. Well, you're in luck. We're about to talk about that just right now. So I'll begin with this rapidly growing EdTech sector, where, in fact, I started my journey, right? Well, I didn't list all of the jobs in this space. Keep in mind that the possibilities are numerous. In fact, the role I started is not even on this map, and that was field marketing. Field marketing, and there's so many more you can add there. So again, I had to cram everything into this graphic, but really think through, explore these markets, these sectors, and find roles that kind of speak to you. All right, next, let's examine roles in education publishing. There is a substantial overlap in these adjacencies here, okay? So keep an open mind when exploring. For example, many EdTech companies are also in content publishing, and many education publishers are in education technology. So keep an open mind when you look at these. I know this is probably the area where I've seen the majority of former educators go into here in education publishing and in EdTech, but not the only. So don't feel like I'm guiding you to these areas. It's really find what brings you joy and what helps you accomplish your main outcomes, right? And it's okay if the path is not linear. You might start here, you might go over here, and then end up in this area. That's okay. All right. So speaking of that, let's look at testing and assessment. These companies leverage educators' expertise for their products and services. They hire quite a few educators, so you definitely want to check them out. Additionally, there are for-profit programs that hire educators in various roles, as well as many organizations like Mathnasium, iCode, and tutoring services. So just check those out. There's just a lot there. And there's some that you can actually, get in on as side gigs while you, are sticking with your day job, right? Just if you're not sure, maybe you can do some, after school hours at Mathnasium or other tutoring services to just get a feel for how it works. I recommend actually, people taking this course to do that, to before, cutting the ties and jumping, get in there, spend a couple nights a week tutoring or doing some consulting with one of these organizations. Learn how it works. Learn about the people. Get a feel for the fit before you jump in. All right. Now let's discuss the second prompt. All right. Were there any roles that surprised you? Any roles that surprised you or that were new? Which do you want to explore further? Now, yes, you might say, yes, I was surprised by the roles in a particular area like education publishing. I'd like to learn more about that area. That is totally fine. Now, as you reflect on this question, this is really the beginning of your adjacencies map. This is just something I put together to help guide you again, but the real value here is in you creating your own map based on this and other research you do on your own, right? So it's really important that you create your own map.